Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify. And then on Raw, JD McDonough does a middle rope acai and smashes. I'm talking smashes into that announce table, and they let the guy keep going. Okay, so well, what do we have out of all of this? Well, I don't know what's up with Apollo yet, but he's getting checked out. Dakota Kai is in concussion protocol because she suffered a concussion in that match, which, by the way, I saw people ridiculing my concern on Twitter last Monday. Oh, she's fine. Oh, she's tough. She's just selling, blah, blah, blah. And JD McDonough, he has a punctured lung. He has broken ribs. He's got many, many other tests that he still needs to undergo. And he's going to be out a long, long time. Now, there was a big debate on our board this morning. What needs to be done? And Dave has mentioned this too. You know, there needs to be a doctor watching these matches, or a doctor at ringside, okay? And listen, I am not going to argue against there being a doctor. Of course there should be a doctor at ringside. Of course. But here's the problem. Unless this doctor was a worker, what good is this going to do? Okay? I don't want to get on my high horse here, but I guess I'm gonna. Every injury that occurred this week, I knew immediately it was bad. Immediately. The second it happened. Not watching a replay, not hearing about it the next day. I saw it immediately. I think I'm like the only person on the planet that even saw what happened to Apollo Crews. Nobody else has even mentioned it. But I saw it immediately. I knew immediately when it happened. I can go back to Braun Strowman when he got injured. I knew immediately when he got hurt. I can go back to when Seth Rollins injured. I knew immediately when he got hurt. I knew immediately when Dakota got hurt. I knew immediately when JD got hurt. Now, those two, it was pretty obvious that those two were bad. But a lot of times, it's not obvious. And what you need is someone who's wrestled to watch the match and go, well, hold on a second. That's not right. Because when you wrestle, you are trained to work a certain way, to sell a certain way, and you do it over and over and over and over again until you don't think about it. And so, yes, there are people like Kenny Omega, okay? Kenny Omega, he does traditional professional wrestling selling, but he also throws in some stuff where when you're watching, you're like, that actually might be bad right there, okay? So he's like, but he is the 2% in this business that do that. 98% of the people that wrestle do it the exact same way. They sell the exact same way. They bump the exact same way. They react the exact same way. And so if you have another wrestler watching, they can say, okay, you know what? That's not normal there. Why would you take a lung blower and grab your pec? That doesn't even make any sense. That's exactly what happened. So anyway, Lance is also, every single one of these he's seen. You need to have not a doctor, not a fan who sees a pile driver and decides, oh my God, we need to stop the match. That guy got pile driven on his head. It's a worked deal. Like there are moves all the time that people are like, oh my God, that guy's dead. But he's actually not dead because there is an illusion to wrestling. But dear God, why did Dakota wrestle after that drop kick? Can somebody explain this to me? Because let me tell you something else. Why did Bret Hart retire? Who knows? What happened to him?
Concussion.
Okay. Correct. But everybody is going to say because Goldberg super kicked his head off. All right? That is not why he retired. Okay? That super kick was the beginning of why he retired. Why he had to retire was he took that super kick from Goldberg, and then for the next 2 weeks, he did multiple matches, hardcore matches with Terry Funk. He got hit in the head right and left after Goldberg kicked him. That's why he retired. If he had been hit with that super kick and he didn't do anything for 3 months, it's possible he'd have wrestled for another decade. But he kept working. Because the injury is one thing, but to continue to work on the injury is worse. So Dakota Kai getting drop kicked in the next week, and she just keeps going, and she just keeps taking bumps, and she just keeps getting thrown around outside the ring. Like, I hope she comes back. I hope she's fine. JD McDonough, yeah, the guy said he was okay. How do we know that guy didn't break his neck? The doctor clearly didn't know he had broken ribs. The referee didn't know he had a punctured lung. They just let the guy keep going. But when you watched him keep going, it was very clear, why is he still going? He's moving at half speed. He's barely getting up and down for stuff. Like, what's going on here? So no, it's not the referee's call. It's not the doctor's call even, because a doctor will say, hey, how are you? And the guy's going to say, I'm fine. There needs, and you know what it should be? It may as well just be Triple H, because he's done it before. He's stopped matches before. I don't know why he didn't stop the Dakota match. I don't know why he didn't stop the JD match. The Apollo match, okay, you know, a torn pec is one thing, but it's not like going to end your career if you keep working on it. I mean, Cody wrestled an entire Hell in a Cell in a torn pec. But good God almighty, there's wrestlers all over in the back. Watch the screen. When you see something that's clearly not right, get that person out of there. It's going to be okay. So anyway, I'm just annoyed that it's 2025 and this stuff is still happening. It's like, God, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe.